This episode is brought to you by Voco Hotels by IHG, where you should prepare to be charmed. From Chicago to Myrtle Beach to Saranac Lake, each Voco in the U.S. has its own local flavor and unique detail. Our hosts welcome you with little extras, and you'll find rooms for catching up on me time and full-service bars and restaurants that are perfect for us time. Come on in and live the Voco life and book your next stay at VocoHotels.com. VOCO Hotels.com.
Welcome to From Dorms to Desks, job hunting tips for those early in their careers, a podcast brought to you by College Recruiter job search site, which believes that every student and recent grad deserves a great career, and hosted by Work Defined. Join our AI co-hosts as they dive into tips, tricks, and insights that will help you land your next part-time, seasonal, internship, or entry-level job. Let's get your career started.
Okay, so let's jump right in and, we're all thinking about different career paths, right?
Yeah.
Maybe even specific jobs within those paths. But of course, salary always comes up.
Always.
Yeah, it's a big piece of the puzzle.
Big time.
Especially when you're just starting out.
Yeah, for sure.
We've been looking at some recent articles about what new grads are facing when it comes to money matters. And it's some pretty eye-opening stuff.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to unpack how those starting salaries can really impact your long-term earning potential. Why Gen Z seems to be feeling the pressure maybe more than ever.
Right.
And what companies are trying to do to attract people beyond just flashing those big salaries.
Yeah. You know what I find interesting is how money seems to be front and center for Gen Z when they're thinking about career choices. You know, it's not just finding a job you love.
Right.
It's about finding a job that pays well.
Yeah. It's like passion versus paycheck.
Uh-huh.
Wallet Hub did this survey, and 46% of students said that their main goal is earning potential, even over like their passions.
Wow.
Is that just them being practical, or is there something bigger going on?
I think you have to look at the economic realities they're facing.
Right.
You know, Handshake, which is a job platform for college students, found that 69% of grads with student loan debt say it will heavily influence their job choices.
Oh, wow.
That's huge.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
It really is.
And it's not just a little debt either.
No.
The average student loan debt is $38,000.
It's a lot.
According to all these articles we've been reading.
Yeah.
Compare that with rising costs of living everywhere.
Uh-huh.
No wonder money's top of mind for new grads.
Absolutely. You know, they're feeling the pressure to be financially independent.
Yeah.
And that often means prioritizing jobs that offer higher starting salaries, even if it means maybe compromising on their dream career path.
So is that intense focus on starting salary setting them up for a rude awakening when they hit the job market? I mean, is there a disconnect between what new grads expect to make and what employers are actually offering?
Yeah, there definitely seems to be a gap. Bankrate looked at data from any and found that the average starting salary for new grads is about $68,516.
Okay.
But then you look at the survey by Real Estate Witch, and they found that grads are expecting to make closer to $85,000 in their first job.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a pretty big difference.
Yeah, over $16,000. That's a big gap.
Where's this disconnect coming from? I mean, are colleges overselling the earning potential of certain degrees?
Maybe.
Is it the influence of social media where everybody seems to be living this lavish lifestyle?
Could be.
Or are young people just misinformed about what the job market really looks like?
I mean, it's probably a combination of factors, right?
Right.
But this gap between expectation and reality can lead to a lot of frustration.
Yeah.
For new grads, imagine you get the degree, you're feeling excited about your career prospects, and then you get hit with this salary offer.
That's significantly lower than what you had in mind. It can be demoralizing.
Yeah, it's like having the rug pulled out from under you.
Yeah.
And to add insult to injury, only 24% of grads plan to negotiate their salary according to data from Monster.
I know. Fear is powerful.
It is.
They're afraid of losing the offer. They don't want to appear difficult, or they just don't know how to negotiate.
Yeah.
It's a skill that's not always taught, but it's so important.
It is.
Especially when you're starting out.
And that's where that snowball effect comes in, right?
Yeah.
Starting with a lower salary and then struggling to catch up even if you gain experience and you get better.
Exactly. Employers tend to base future raises on your current salary.
Oh, wow.
So if you start low, it can be incredibly difficult to make significant jumps later on, even if you're a top performer.
So you could be stuck on that lower salary trajectory for years.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's a real possibility, especially if you stay with the same employer.
Right.
And that's why negotiating a fair starting salary is so important. It really sets the foundation for your future earning potential.
It's like you're choosing a path at a fork in the road.
Mm-hmm.
And one path leads to this slow and steady incline.
Right.
While the other one has a much steeper climb.
It does.
And once you've chosen that path, it's kind of hard to switch to the other one.
Very difficult.
You might even feel trapped.
Yeah.
But what about if you switch employers early in your career?
Yeah.
The new employer might be willing to pay you based on your skills and experience rather than what you were making before.
Exactly. They don't have that previous salary data to anchor their offer.
Right.
So they're more likely to assess your value based on the current market rate for your skills and your experience.
It's almost like hitting the reset button on your earning potential.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to plan on jumping from job to job just to get a decent salary.
Right.
I mean...
And it shouldn't have to be that way.
It shouldn't.
But the reality is your starting salary can have long-term consequences, especially if you stay with the same employer for a long period of time.
So what can new grads do to avoid getting stuck in this low salary cycle?
Well, some are pushing for more transparency up front.
Okay.
You know, they want to see salary ranges right in the job description.
Right.
Or discuss it early in the interview process.
Yeah.
And that takes some of the pressure off them to have that potentially awkward negotiation later.
Right. It levels the playing field.
It does.
Because if you know the salary range up front, you can decide if it aligns with your expectations before you even get to the offer stage.
That's right. And it also shows that the company's willing to be open about compensation, which is a positive sign about their overall culture.
Totally. But let's be real, money isn't the only factor in choosing a job.
It's not.
Gen Z is also talking a lot about work-life balance,
right,
mental health, diversity and inclusion initiatives.
Absolutely. They're looking at the whole package.
Right. So maybe companies need to get more creative with their benefits packages.
I think so.
To attract and retain top talent.
Yeah, we're already seeing things like student loan repayment programs, housing subsidies, generous parental leave.
Wow.
Flexible work arrangements.
It's becoming a more holistic approach.
It is.
So it's not just about the number on the paycheck anymore. It's the overall value proposition the company is offering.
Yeah, but even with these perks and benefits, you can't ignore the long-term financial implications of those early career choices. You know, starting low can still have a ripple effect for years to come, even if a company has amazing benefits.
It's about finding that balance, isn't it?
It is.
Weighing your passions against the practicalities of earning a living. Finding a company culture that aligns with your values and making sure you're setting yourself up for long-term financial stability.
Exactly. And that's a tough challenge for anyone.
Oh, yeah.
Especially those just starting their careers.
For sure.
I mean, it's a lot to consider.
It is.
Yeah, it really is a balancing act. And it's easy to get caught up in the excitement of landing that first job.
Oh.
And not really grasp the long-term implications of the salary.
You're so excited you got the job.
Exactly.
You're not really thinking about what it means 10 years down the road.
Totally. It's almost like you need a financial roadmap for your career.
Yeah.
You know, something that helps you see those long-term implications more clearly.
I like that analogy.
Yeah.
So it's not just about surviving your first year out of college.
Right.
But thinking about how this first job fits into your bigger career aspirations.
Exactly. And maybe that means taking a slightly lower paying job at a company that's known for investing in its employees.
Right.
And offers clear career progression paths.
So you can move up.
Exactly.
Okay. Or maybe it means prioritizing opportunities for mentorship and skill building.
Yes.
Over chasing the highest starting salary right out of the gate.
Those are smart moves.
Yeah.
You're essentially investing in your future earning potential.
I see.
Because let's face it, you're probably not going to stay in that first job forever. And when you do start looking for that next opportunity, those experiences and skills are going to be what set you apart.
And potentially justify a higher salary.
Exactly.
It's like building a strong foundation for your career. Yeah. One that can support those future salary jumps.
That's a great way to put it. It's about thinking strategically about your career trajectory, not just focusing on that immediate paycheck.
But that can be hard.
It is.
For new grads who are already feeling the pressure of student loan debt and wanting to be financially independent.
Absolutely. It's a lot to juggle.
Yeah.
And that's why I think having these open and honest conversations about money is so important.
For sure.
It's not about being greedy.
Right.
It's about understanding your worth and advocating for yourself.
It's about recognizing that your salary is a reflection of the value you bring
Exactly.
to the company.
Yes.
And sometimes that means having the courage to walk away from a low ball offer.
Absolutely. You have to know your worth.
Yeah.
And be willing to stand up for it. Sometimes that means having tough conversations, and sometimes it means exploring other opportunities.
Because sometimes the only way to break free from that low salary cycle is to find a new employer who's willing to pay you what you're worth.
Right. It's not ideal.
Right.
And it definitely shouldn't be the default solution.
Right.
But it can be a way to reset your earning potential and get back on track.
But it raises a bigger question. Why are we so afraid to talk about money?
You know, it's funny. It's this cultural taboo.
It is.
We're taught it's rude to discuss salary,
right?
That it's bragging or impolite,
yeah.
But that silence only benefits the people in power,
right.
The ones who are already making the big bucks.
It perpetuates pay inequities.
It does.
And keeps salaries suppressed.
Exactly, which is why it's so important for Gen Z to challenge that norm, to be open about their salary expectations, and to negotiate their worth.
They're not just fighting for themselves. They're fighting for a more equitable and transparent workplace.
They are.
For everybody.
And they're showing future generations that it's okay to talk about money.
Yeah.
That it's actually essential to achieving financial security and career success.
It's about flipping the script.
Uh-huh.
And taking control of your financial future.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay, so you've tried negotiating a raise.
Mm-hmm.
You've considered switching companies.
Yeah.
But you're still feeling stuck in that low salary cycle.
Right.
What else can you do?
Well, sometimes the best thing you can do is shift your focus from job hopping to skill building.
Okay.
Instead of constantly looking for a new job with a higher salary.
Right.
Focus on becoming so good at what you do that you become indispensable.
That's a good strategy.
Yeah, think about it this way. Every job, even a low-paying one, is an opportunity to learn and grow.
Yeah.
So instead of focusing on the number on your paycheck, focus on the skills you're developing, the connections you're making, the experiences you're gaining.
Those are all important.
They are, because those are the things that will ultimately increase your market value and make you more attractive to potential employers.
Okay, so take some time to think about what skills are in high demand in your industry.
Yes.
Are there any certifications or training programs you could pursue? Could you volunteer for a project that lets you learn new software or develop a new skill set?
That's a great idea.
These are investments in your future earning potential. And the best part is you can often do them while you're still working your current job.
That's right. It's about playing the long game.
Yeah.
Instead of chasing those quick fixes and short-term gains, you're building a foundation for a sustainable and fulfilling career.
And you're showing potential employers that you're not just looking for a paycheck.
Right.
You're looking for growth and development.
Exactly. That's the kind of attitude that gets noticed and rewarded.
Maybe even lead to new opportunities within your current company.
It's true. Companies are always looking for employees who are proactive and eager to learn. So by investing in your own development, you're not only increasing your earning potential, but you're also making yourself a valuable asset to your employer.
It creates a win-win situation.
It does.
You're gaining valuable skills and experience, and your employer is benefiting.
Absolutely.
From your growth and your contributions.
It's a much more sustainable approach than constantly jumping from job to job just for a slightly higher salary.
Okay, so if you're feeling stuck in that low salary cycle, don't despair. Don't focus on building your skills, expanding your network.
Yes.
And creating a reputation as a lifelong learner.
Exactly. Those are the things that will ultimately pay off in the long run, both financially and professionally.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a real opportunity here for people to kind of take control of their own careers.
Yeah.
You know, even if they're starting out in a position that's not their dream job or doesn't pay what they had hoped.
I think so. It's about recognizing that your career's a journey. It's not a sprint. There are going to be ups and downs and detours and wrong turns along the way. But by focusing on your own growth and development, you can navigate those challenges and really create a path that's both fulfilling and financially rewarding.
So it's not necessarily about finding that perfect job right out of the gate.
No.
It's about finding opportunities to learn and grow. Even if that means starting in a role that's not ideal.
That's a great point. Sometimes you have to be willing to take a step back to ultimately leap forward. And that might mean accepting a lower paying job at a company that has a good reputation for investing in their employees and offering opportunities for advancement.
Or maybe it means seeking out mentors who can guide you and help you develop those skills you need
to
succeed.
Those are both great strategies. It's about playing the long game.
Yeah.
And recognizing that your career is a marathon.
It is a marathon.
Not a sprint.
And sometimes that marathon might involve switching companies.
Yeah.
Especially if you hit a ceiling.
Yeah.
With your current employer. It can be tough leaving a job, though.
It can.
Especially if you've built strong relationships and gained valuable experience.
You're right. But sometimes it's necessary to make that change to reach your full potential.
Right.
Both professionally and financially.
To get to where you want to be.
And remember, a new employer that doesn't know your salary history might be more likely to offer you a salary that's in line with what the market's paying right now for your skills and your experience.
Right.
It's like hitting that reset button on your earning potential.
I like that.
Yeah.
So it's not always about job hopping for a bigger paycheck.
No.
It's about making strategic moves that align with your long-term goals.
Exactly. And that takes self-awareness.
Yeah.
Careful planning and a willingness to advocate for yourself.
Brings us back to financial literacy.
Yeah.
You know, we've talked a lot about how important it is for young people to understand the long-term implications of their salary choices and be comfortable negotiating what they're worth.
Right.
But where did they learn these skills?
That's a great question. And unfortunately, it's not always taught in school or even at home.
Right.
But there are resources available. There are books and articles and websites, even podcasts like this one that can help.
Mm-hmm.
And there are financial advisors who can help people develop a plan.
So it's about being proactive and seeking out that information.
It is. Absolutely. And it's never too early to start. The more you know about personal finance, the better you'll be able to make good decisions about your money, your career, and your future.
It's about empowering yourself.
Yes.
To take control of your finances rather than the other way around.
That's a great way to put it. And it's a message that I think is really important for young people who are just starting out.
Yeah. So as we wrap up this deep dive into Gen Z money and the job hunt, what are some key takeaways you hope our listeners will walk away with?
Well, first and foremost, I hope they'll recognize that their starting salary is just one piece of the puzzle. Mm-hmm. It's important.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be the only thing driving their career decisions.
And that their career is a journey.
It is.
It's not a destination.
Uh-huh.
There are going to be twists and turns.
There are.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's about learning and growing and adapting along the way.
And I also hope they'll remember that they have the power to shape their own financial futures.
Mm-hmm.
It takes effort and planning, but it's possible to achieve financial stability and success even if you don't start out with a high-paying job.
It's about being proactive and advocating for yourself.
Yes.
And never giving up on your dreams.
That's right.
And with that, we'll leave you with this final thought. What steps can you take today to invest in your future earning potential? It's a question worth pondering as you navigate your own career journey. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
This has been From Dorms to Desks, job hunting tips for those early in their careers. A podcast brought to you by college recruiter job search site, which believes that every student and recent grad deserves a great career. Each episode, we dive into tips, tricks, and insights that will help you land your next part-time, seasonal, internship, or entry-level job. Subscribe to this podcast for free now, so you don't miss an episode, and visit www.collegerecruiter.com to find your next great job.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and LifeLock has tips to protect your identity. Use strong passwords, set up multi-factor authentication, report phishing, and update the software on your devices. And for comprehensive identity protection, let LifeLock alert you to suspicious uses of your personal information. LifeLock also fixes identity theft, guaranteed or your money back. Stay smart, safe, and protected with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.